Go.
You can't just.
You don't have a lot of room, you know, when you're sitting. And just imagine the bigger guys. It's okay.
Gary! I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
Next bus, please. Going up. Thank you for calling up. Participation's good. So many segments, like tell me something good. Time to vent, passenger, etiquette. And MVP, what you see is what you get. Communication flow, you watch and see us grow. With so much more than bus drivers, yo. Real talk on, real show in MVP. Live radio, call up, now call up, now MVP. Live radio, call up, now call up, now MVP. Live radio, call up, now call up, now MVP. Live radio, call up, now call up, now MVP. Live radio.
Here in New York City's Times Square, police are expecting more than 1 million people to pack the surrounding city.
I am officially declaring a national emergency.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another MVP. What's up, bro?
What up?
Two
What's
transit
good?
misfits.
Oh
Two
my
transit.
God.
I gotta get used to that, man. I gotta get used to that.
Yeah,
We good?
we good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Two Transit Misfit episode. I want to start first of all by saying thank you to your boy Blunt right here. I didn't make it for the last two shows, and Blunt took the helm and did his thing. So Blunt, thanks for that.
You're welcome, my brother. For the peoples.
For the peoples.
For the peoples.
I'll let you guys know. Remember that we are going live on YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, and of course right here on Facebook. Please share. Please share if you're watching this right now. Please share. Help us grow. Please share. Take that 30 seconds and watch our show. We got a long show for you guys today. Hopefully it'll all work out. We're gonna have a few guests. We're gonna have on our show Roberto Martinez. We're gonna have Ron Springer. We're gonna have Nas is gonna be on with us, and maybe somebody else. We won't mention him in case he doesn't pop up. Right? In case he doesn't come through.
One special guest, one mystery guest, maybe, possibly.
Mystery.
Possibly.
Right. So they'll be coming on later in the show. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Let's get right on it. You ready, Blunt?
I'm ready.
Let's get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to it but to do it. All right. So thanks to everybody that's joining us. We got Stefan, Mario, Nilda. So Nilda. Thank you everybody that's joining us live. And I guess we ask for you guys to share this live to help us grow and watch because you might learn something today.
You know, why I never see the people on my fucking.
You're watching. Well, I'm looking in another and a tablet next to over here. So
Yeah, I'm looking at. I got my tablet like next to me, and the only person I see is Rosalina.
You got Jose Reyes, Paula.
I don't see nobody.
You don't see him. Juan Carlos watching with us. Rob is watching. Rob will be on later. Yeah, look.
Only 2 people on my screen.
Yeah.
Look, my shit is bootleg. Fuck. Only 2 people on my shit.
You get what you pay for, bro. You get what you pay for, man. You need to update. Did you update that? Did you update it?
Shit, what the hell?
Update, man. What is it? Is that iPhone? It's definitely not iPhone. That's a problem. William Garcia is here. You got to talk to your boy Blunt over here to update his phone or whatever the hell he's using. Guys, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the vaccine, Pfizer. Wait, before we do that, I want to congratulate. I know that Blunt did this on the last show, but I wanted to do my own congratulations to Conductor Tower Division of Local 100 on electing a new executive e-board member, Mr. John Ferretti. So let's give him a little bell, Mr. John Ferretti. So good thing. Maybe good changes will come with this. And those of you that want to follow him in his fight, you could check out his Facebook page, Local 100 Fight Back. Join that page. So once again, Mr. Ferretti, good luck to you. And you better do good by us. Do good for the system. And hopefully, this will push others to move forward. That was you, I bet.
I think so.
Yeah, man, that was you. Okay, guys. So the vaccine. Let's talk about the vaccine real quick. The Pfizer vaccine. People are talking about whether they would take it, whether they wouldn't take it. How do you feel, Blunt? Do you think that you would go for it if it came? Would you take the vaccine?
No, I'm not taking it. I will have to wait. I can't take it. I would have to wait because I had underlying conditions and I have major allergies. So I'm not a candidate right now.
How about you guys? Comment. Would you go for it? Would you take the vaccine? Yeah, you should. They're saying people that have allergies, or if you're using the that allergy that injection, you got to carry it all the time. They're saying that maybe you don't want to take the Pfizer vaccine.
They're telling you not to.
Yeah, you don't want to take it. But what if it became mandatory?
There's too much that has to happen before it becomes mandatory. But first of all, before it becomes mandatory, you have to have less than 70% of people that are willing to take it, which means that we won't.
No, you need more. You need 70% of people that are willing.
You need 70%. You need 70% of people to volunteer.
Yeah.
If not, then if that doesn't happen, then it won't get to what they call herd immunity. So then what they have to do is now they have to go and take they have to go file for this and they have to file for that, and then they have to do all these kind of injunctions before they even can make it. They have to do like studies and tests and stuff like that before they even can consider making it mandatory. So there's so much. It's a huge process before it becomes mandatory. But they did pass the bar in New York for that to happen. So,
and there's other places where things are moving along anyway. Right. But I wanted really quick to show this video. This is this gentleman that we're going to show right there. He did a video. He was actually one of the people that took the vaccine. So real quick, we could see it's like a minute on what happened to him, and we come back right with it. You got it?
It's Fatty Daddy?
Yeah, Fatty Daddy.
Okay. All right.
Take that.
Hey, I know everybody's really interested in the COVID vaccine, so I thought I'd share my experience with you. I participated in the trial for Pfizer. I did the phase 3 study, and I got my first injection August 28th. I got tired after that one. The second injection was a little bit more. That was on September 19th, and I did get a fever of 101.4, and that was expected. The doctors of the study told me that was an expected response that shows my immune system was working. And guess what? It really did. I've had my antibodies checked since, and I had 241 antibody units per milliliter in my blood, which was about 1.5 times the amount that a person that had the disease and recovered from it would have. So that's pretty good. And I would recommend it for any healthy person to go get the vaccine. Again, you got to be able to take that fever if you experience like I did. So I hope this helps. Hey, I wanted to add a little bit more detail and answer some questions about the trial that I went through for the Pfizer COVID vaccine. The first question I get a lot is, how do I know I got the vaccine and not the placebo? Well, the answer is that I really don't know, but I have a good guess. Because I tested negative for COVID antibodies prior to the study, I tested negative for COVID throughout the study, and I tested positive with a high quantity of antibodies after the study was complete. That leads me to believe that I really got the vaccine. The second question I get is, how long did the fever last after the second injection? I got that injection at about 5 p.m., went to sleep that night and felt fine, woke up the next morning and my shoulder was sore. By about 10 a.m., the fever started, and it peaked at about 1 p.m. at 101.4. I took some Tylenol, and it cut that fever down quite a bit, down to 100, and the fever lasted for about 36 hours total.
Okay, well.
So that's one person who went for it. So basically, if you do get it, you definitely will get that fever, according to this one person.
Well, I don't think that's definitely. I think some people will get it. Some people
From
might not even.
From what I read, otherwise they said that you would that will be expected for you.
Well, it's expected. It doesn't mean necessarily going to happen, but yeah.
Yeah. So, but we got Dan Yum says he'd take it. With all the shit I took in my childhood, this can't be. He says this can't be this bad.
Damn young. Yeah, right.
Wow.
Well, I saw a meme that said that if you drink from the Johnny Pump, you're already immune.
Right, or the hose.
Yeah, or the hose. You're already immune.
So I mean, in here in New York, the PBA, Police Benevolent Association, they are not going to make it mandatory for the police force to take the vaccine. Some officers have come forward saying that they've been healthy all their life, they didn't even take the flu shot, and they're not going to take this vaccine. So I guess it's a good thing that it's not mandatory. But imagine it would become mandatory for us. Then again, I heard that there is, like you said, allergies. Like I've never been able to take the flu vaccine because it's made with egg. So who knows if this other vaccine for COVID is the same way. Nilda, she says she's indecisive.
Yeah, well, the thing is that what's going on, I don't blame people. Like, this is so many variables to this new vaccine. One, it was done so quick. Our people inherently have a distrust of the government and vaccines as it is. It's just, it's hard. It's hard, man. I would wait, but if you're healthy, why not?
Well, they took eight months to make this vaccine. The fastest one prior to this, I can't think of the name of the one that was made, but it was 4 months. There was a vaccine that was made in 4 months before this one. So, I mean, it's technology. Again, maybe if I didn't have the kind of allergies that I have, I probably would go for it because, truthfully, like going every day, day by day, going out there and having to wear the mask and be worried if you're bringing it home, you got to. For me, it's like maybe I would again if the allergy issue wasn't there. Yeah, Don. Yeah, he says most vaccines are made from egg embryos. Yeah, so who knows? Maybe I wouldn't even be able to take this vaccine. So hopefully there will be a different one. In other news, also sticking with the vaccine and the mandatory, up in Canada, Vancouver, Metro Vancouver Transit. We got that, right? You got that.
Oh, okay. So I was looking. Nas is texting us.
Metro Vancouver.
All right. Which one? First one, right? All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. See, the drivers are going to be part of the phase 2 of the COVID vaccine, and they really want to do this because they've had what they call a hack in their system where they've been losing work, they're not getting paid their run pay. They have a lot of people that are anti-maskers, so these operatives have been losing work to the point that this is coming through, and it would help them to get back, in time. They'll be able to get paid the same thing that they've been paying prior to this problem that they had, because again, they've been losing work and hours. And President Balbir Mann, that's the president of Unifor Local 111 up there in Vancouver, and they represent over 4,000 operators. Kind of a drop in a bucket when comparing to New York City, that we have, what is it, like 40-something thousand transit workers.
A little over 40,000
bus operators. Yeah, but they have over 4,000, and they're like all for it. So we wish them luck. They're going to phase 2, and I guess just about all of them want to be part of taking that vaccine, just because they need to make their money. Times are hard. Times are hard. You can see all around, like restaurants closing up. There's so many stores right now. You guys drive around and you see so many stores that have been closing up. And I think it's sad. It's like you're losing work, losing jobs. Movie theaters closing up.
Yeah.
Now, have you heard about HBO Max? HBO Max is going to put a whole bunch of movies just free.
What they're doing, HBO Max this is what's happening with the movie theaters. So they're doing a simultaneous opening with a lot of these new movies, like Wonder Woman and Godzilla. They're going to do it where they're opening up in the movies, and they're going to do HBO Max at the same time, release it. So you have the choice where if you want to go to movies.
What choice were you going to take? Are you going to pay $13, $15 to see a movie in a theater?
Some people go to the movies for the experience.
You'll probably be one of those.
I'm definitely one of them, because when it comes to stuff like Godzilla, I want to go to the IMAX.
And the King Kong movie is going to be out on HBO Max as well.
Yeah, it's going to be on both. So
if you have a nice system,
that's why the IMAX. If you ever been to the IMAX, you understand what I'm saying.
The IMAX. Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about like Bay. She said Bay. No, the one in 68th from Broadway. That's the original. That's the original. That screen is.
I actually saw Titanic out there.
Yeah, that screen is 16 stories high.
Yeah, it's huge.
And the system is fucking phenomenal.
But it's all about the chance that you're taking.
Yeah, it's definitely a chance.
And will it be a full theater? Or
I think I still at this point they're just doing a percentage wise. They only allowing a certain amount of people in there. Of course, if you're going to go, you want to go with somebody that you live in the house with. Otherwise, you got to be protected. So it's a chance.
But it's incredible the way that things are going on.
See what Paula says? Paula. If a person, that's supposed to be person.
The person who has COVID twice took a blood test and became negative, which means they're symptomatic. Should they take the vaccine?
Yep. Absolutely. Take the vaccine.
You had it twice. Why wouldn't you want to? I mean, if you want to,
3 times the charm.
yeah, you would. You never know. That third time could be the one, that takes you out. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, definitely taken. That means you're highly susceptible to it if you had it twice, or you're around people who have it and don't even know it. So protect yourself. Right? We got you, Paula. We know you meant person. We know.
Now, another thing that's going on that maybe you guys haven't heard about, there's a new drug. It's a new drug that supposedly will stop COVID-19 within 24 hours. I believe we have something about that too.
Jose Reyes, no. We'll get back to you after this. New drug, you said, right? That is TikTok. COVID cure?
Yeah, molnupiravir.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, check it out.
This drug is amazing and is in phase 2 of 3 human trials, y'all. This drug is amazing. It stops people from being contagious within 24 hours of taking it. It also stops the spread of coronavirus within your body. It completely shuts it down, which means you don't get severe coronavirus. This is more important than the vaccines by a long way. Why? Because some people won't even take the vaccine. We can't get them to put on a mask. There's no way we're going to get them to take 2 doses that make them feel like crap of a vaccine. It's just not going to happen. And people will not refuse this drug while they have coronavirus because it will literally save their life. India is starting trials soon. This is amazing.
What do you think about that? It's amazing.
Well, me personally, I would take that with a grain of salt.
What is it again?
Because
molnupiravir.
Yeah. One, she's on TikTok. Who is she?
No,
where
well,
is the information coming
you can
from?
Google it. It's actually in the news. There was a test. Where is this at? Yeah, it's an antiviral drug which will be taken orally. Okay. There was a study conducted at Georgia State University Institute of Biomedical Sciences. What they do is they use ferrets. Ferrets have a similar lung physiology to humans. So what they did is that they gave this medicine to some ferrets and they gave a placebo to others. They say that something with the nose of the ferret that they knew that they were, at that point, they knew they were infected, and they gave them this oral medication, and within 24 hours, all the ferrets were good. Now, the ferrets that got the placebo, they were infected with the COVID-19. So, that's where they've been testing, and they're thinking about pretty much going into human testing really soon. So with that in mind, thinking about how it could work, I mean, they tested these ferrets. It's well known. I mean, Georgia State University Institute. What do you think? I mean, would you rather take that than the vaccine, maybe? I mean, this is definitely, I would definitely wait till like stage 2 or something like that to make sure. But it's a big deal. I don't know why they're not talking about this. It's like they're really pushing the vaccine more. So how do you guys feel about that comment?
Well, I think
you feel, sir?
As usual, they're not trying to focus on a cure because it ain't no money in a cure. Right. They rather you deal with a vaccine so you can keep going back to them.
Yeah, and with a vaccine, it's two shots that you got to go for.
Yeah.
So keep your eye out for this. You could Google it. You could Google this medication. Again, it's molnupiravir.
I'm definitely gonna Google that.
MOLNUPIRAVIR, and you could check out the study. Again, Georgia State University Institute of Biomedical Sciences. You could Google that as well and read up on it. It's there. I just happened to come through on TikTok with this video, and of course I wanted to do the research real quick, at least for the show. So guys, check it out, because again, we haven't heard, I don't know about you guys, I haven't heard nothing on the news about this pill. It's an oral pill, and within 24 hours, if you got it, it's done. It takes it away. So that this could be it. This could be the cure for everybody. Definitely.
Jose Reyes asked a question: If you take the vaccine, are you allowed to walk around without your mask? The answer is no, buddy, not at all, not yet. There's still so much they don't know that they're actually telling you not to stop wearing a mask, to continue doing this social distancing, to continue to wearing a mask, because they don't have enough information to know if, even if you have the vaccine, if you're spreading it, you could still be spreading. They don't have all the information yet, so they still warning you to still continue to wear your mask and still to continue to social distance yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I still would just to be on the safe side. Maybe not as crazy as we're doing. That's like afraid to be even 6 foot close to somebody because you're worried.
Wow! Check this out.
What's that?
MySpace member, somebody from Periscope. Wow.
Yes, MySpace member. Wow, MySpace.
Fucci said to still wear. Yeah, see, Fucci said to still wear a mask. Yep.
And with that said, let's drop this real quick. Hold up.
I'm kidding. Greetings, Bill Nye here with more on masks. Here's a map of the United States. The red ink shows where people are wearing masks. The black ink shows where people are getting sick with coronavirus. I hope you can see the fewer the masks, the more the sick. And there's a perception that a virus can travel through the fibers of a mask like this red dot. Because viruses don't travel by themselves. No, they travel in little droplets of spit and snot. And the fibers are a tangle. So when the droplet gets into the fibers of a mask, it gets trapped. This is not that hard to understand, everybody. That's why we have rules about wearing a mask. Now you know about rules. You pay taxes on the whole road, but you only get to drive on one side at a time. Otherwise, so everyone, please wear a mask. Thank you. Oh, you can hear me fine, right through the mask.
The science guy.
Science guy, Bill Nye. Hey, you trust Bill Nye?
Yes.
If Bill Nye was to tell you to take the vaccine, will you take it?
No. I trust him, but not that fucking far.
All right, guys. Now we had a couple of other things we wanted to talk about, but we're at the halfway mark. We do have a guest that's going to join us right now, and should we bring him in?
Yes.
Yeah, let's bring him in. Who we got here?
There he is,
Mr. Roberto Martinez.
What's up,
boys? Man? Welcome, bro. To Trust and Misfits, brother.
Thank you. So, Eric, we don't have to pay the ransom. Pete finally escaped from wherever he was at. Thanks for showing up.
Let me. Now that you said it real quick, the reason is we go with a couple of things here at home with the family.
I know the reason that we spoke.
Yeah.
We spoke, but you go ahead.
We spoke, yeah. But we're not going to talk about that now until it's 100%. And then, I'll let you guys in on it. But, everything's fine. No problem. Everything is fine with me and family's all good. But I just want to put that out there. Yes, sir. So, Rob, welcome again to our show. Talk to us. What's going on?
I was listening. Like I said, I started my swing like 15 minutes ago. I heard you guys talking about the vaccine and so on and so forth. There's a lot of reason to be skeptical, tentative, not trusting the government because of past experience. Obviously, you have the Tuskegee experiment.
Right.
And then we have a Puerto Rican scholar, Pedro Albizu Campo. He too was subject to experiments by the U.S. government. So Puerto Ricans are going to be a little skeptical too. So we'll see what happens.
How do you feel about that antibacterial drug?
That one with the TikTok one that you put up?
The molnupiravir, yeah.
That was
what do you think about that?
That was the one that just came out with the TikTok?
Yeah.
Well, I just saw it there for the first time. As you guys know, I like to read and do my research, so I cannot give you an assessment now, but
definitely you want to look into that. Yeah. Like I said before, it was Georgia State University Institute of Biomedical Sciences. They conducted the study using hamsters.
All right. So, they might be
the thing is that nobody's talked about this, but they're pushing the vaccine, which is kind of weird, Yeah.
Just in case, the bus might make a few announcements, but the good news, none of them are going to be Rosie Perez, so we don't have to hear that announcement. But oh my God, I had it up to here with Rosie.
Oh man, I love Rosie, but she didn't belong in MTA.
No.
Jennifer on MTA. No.
But is Nas and Springer joining us as well?
They're
Or?
not here yet. They're not here yet. So
All right. Well, like I said, I'm not going to really talk too much because I know it's a holiday show, and you got a bunch of rare topics. I just want to touch on something real quick as far as union stuff. The union put out a video that they were well, first and foremost, the first part was Willie Rivera put out a post that due to the immense pressure by the unions, the MTA, if that's for me, I'm not here. If the MTA
take a message.
That the MTA buckled to union pressure pursuant to the draconian budget cuts. And that's not even close to the truth. The truth is, and if anybody that actually reads the paper or know what's going on with the U.S. politics, is the minute that Joe Biden won the election officially, Governor Cuomo secured funding for the MTA. Make no mistake about it. Now, is it going to be the whole 12 billion, 15 billion? We don't know. But the fact that they're beating themselves on the chest that because of union pressure, that is not true. So anyone
I think I heard they got $4 billion.
Whatever whatever they got something, right? But once again, the minute that Joe Biden officially became president-elect, Cuomo had the money in the bag. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now Craig Cipriano's talking. But that's one of the things. Another thing that they put out there was they put out a flyer saying that we fight, and it had John Samuelson and Tony Utano. And another false victory that they're claiming is that they fought not to open up the contract. That too is a false claim, false victory. The Transit Authority cannot obligate TWU to open the contract and vice versa. The only time the contract could be open if that Me Too clause kicks in. Example, everybody read your contract, there's a Me clause indicating that, let's say Long Island Railroad negotiates and get a new contract. One more second with the announcement. I got my mask though, just in case. But if Long Island Railroad negotiates and get 10% across the board, 10, then the TWU could ask the MTA to open the contract and begin negotiations. I want to emphasize, it doesn't say that if they get 10, we get 10. That's not the case. It just says all you could do is reopen the contract for negotiations. So those two things that the union put out is not accurate. So the members have to be educated, informed, and enlightened. Do the research, do the reading, and don't take everything they say as gospel. Because if you allow them, they're going to bamboozle you, period.
Okay. Question, you had something else you wanted to bring up today?
No, like I said, we do potpourri. I know it's a Christmas show or whatever, a holiday show.
It's the last show of the year, not even
the last show of the year.
Last show of the year.
I know Nas had something he wanted to discuss. Springer had a couple of items they want to discuss, so I don't want to step on their toes. You know, I just wanted to check in, say what's up to you guys, and get that important information up, because this was just yesterday and within the last few weeks about those false statements that the union has been making to the members. And that's the problem. When you don't have an informed and educated membership and you rely on the information from these people, then you're going to be more easily misled by them. That's
Well,
why.
that's a good thing that we have some other people that, like you and a couple other guys that kind of
Absolutely.
say like it is, no
Yeah.
sugarcoating.
No,
We don't
no.
want no sugarcoating. Just give it
No.
to us how it is. I mean, if there's nothing they could do about a certain issue, then tell us. At this point, we really can't do anything because of A, B, and C. Not
Correct.
we're gonna look into it, and then a month goes by. Just like you posted something about the I'm gonna bring it right now. The curtains that we have,
Okay.
right? That it was a camp, and I think it was Cruz. I think it was you as well.
Uh-huh.
That talked about it.
Correct.
About how it's dangerous too. The current is still dangerous for us. Um, and what I got from that, this was back, it was before October, and JP, a vice president, quoted on there. See, I was going to talk about it, and then I took it off, but it just came to mind now. He said that this was just for now. The curtains were just for now, and that more than likely we were going to get the other ones that only some buses have, the hard slider,
Mm-hmm.
by the end of October. Hopefully, we are almost at the end of the year,
Correct.
and again, we didn't hear anything. They haven't been keeping us on the loop of what's going on. I mean, the last thing we heard was that the company that makes it was out of the plastic or whatever, what have you. They didn't have enough, but how many months have gone by? I'm pretty sure by now they got to have the material, and yet we don't hear anything from our union reps, our union leadership, telling us why we still don't have it.
Well, I remember I think you was at that meeting. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been the September
And it
meeting.
was all written down like, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get back to you, kind of.
All right. The problem with that is the following. You remember, you're addressing situations that these so-called reps, they're not out here on the front line with us, so it doesn't affect them. So there isn't that sense of urgency. It really isn't important to them. They give you the blah blah blah, and you don't hear or see them again. Look, we're approaching, in 2 weeks we're in 2021, and all these buses aren't retrofitted with the fully extended partition. If I critique them, I have to commend them as well. So they have been expediting it as of late. However, the only reason why they are expediting it is because they have constant pressure from guys like Alexander Kemp, guys like Danny Cruz, who's working the OA Depot. These guys are constantly out there pushing these issues. And thank God that Kemp and Danny respectively did what they did. If it wasn't for that, we'd probably still have these sliding curtains. But like everything else with this particular group, JP, Armando, Willie, Lou, all of them, they don't operate a bus. They're not under the same conditions that we are. So they really don't care, Look when a couple of months ago when Willie and Lou got sent back. Willie went hiding in the depot doing COVID cleaning, and Lou was angling to be division shifter, which it didn't pan out. He didn't want to go on the bus, but they're back to the union hall, and they're back to the union hall not so much for their skill and expertise, because election is next year, and Tony Utano can't field the surface slate, so he got to go with the same retreaded tire. It's like you keep getting a flat tire, and you keep retreading it. Only thing
You see what Donnie Cruz wrote when he commented? Manhattanville buses got all plexi sliders on all 3,000 and 4,000 series buses. Over 200 buses that Mapstore made sure we got priority at MTV for the retrofitting of the plexi.
You see, and I see that. But that was because of the work that Danny Cruz and Michael Enrique were doing in the OA garages. They are TA surface operators, but they work in OA garages. And like I just finished saying, when I critique them, I also have to commend them. And I gotta acknowledge the OA reps, the Richie and Donnie. As much as I don't agree with most of the stuff that they do, they definitely outwork and outclass their counterparts in TA surface. And I know deep down inside, they're rooting for me and my slate to win, because when we come on board and we get together with them, all the surface, OA and TA, but my team and that team over there, we're going to handle things much differently than what's being done now.
All right, we're going to bring in Ron Springer. He just joined us.
Hey,
Ron. Mr. Springer, how are you? Welcome to the show.
What's good, Ron?
We weren't sure you're going to make it.
Huh?
We weren't sure you're going to make it.
Man, you don't know what I had to do to make it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for taking the time.
Now, but I'm here.
All right. So we got Rob was speaking about the issues that we're having with our leadership at the TW Local 100.
So-called leadership, or put it, I guess, in parentheses.
So Ron, Rob, set him up and see what Ron wanted to speak about.
Well, we want to go. What do you want to start on this alleged division meeting that we went to Tuesday? Is that a reference point?
Yeah, I think not.
We went open to try to get some information.
I heard it almost got ugly. Well, I heard it got ugly.
And pass about the shower curtains and the petitions and so forth like that. We came out of it empty. And that's no good. No good
it's
at
again
all.
with a lot of questions and walk out with no answers.
Yeah, and then the next thing is
like
about this vaccine. We should be starting to discuss that, because that's coming down the pipe, and we're going to get it. That was a main thing. I don't know how they see it or whatever. I don't think they're taking it serious.
Yeah, I feel like the MTA is probably going to try to push it to be mandatory for us because they want their money. They want service. And they're not going to want the public to be scared.
The bill in Congress and legislation December 4th.
Wow. All right.
I think it might be a done deal.
It's a possibility. Oh, yeah, it's a done deal.
Pete, I just want to rewind 1 second
to
the last comment about the partition, so to speak.
Sure.
And we'll end the partition talk, and hopefully by next January, if we have a full and complete meeting, then we could address that again. But I don't know about, I know here in Surface, these buses, the Omni readers are coming faster and more furious than the partition. So they're emphasizing the Omni reader more than the partition. And what does that mean? Like we always say, service over safety, That's something that we were going to bring up at the meeting. But like I said, Nas spoke about the meeting. I was hoping that he came on and he could elaborate about the meeting. Ronnie Santabello touched on a little bit this morning. The meeting the other day, it was a joke, because what happens is the following. We came there to get clarity and resolution and the clear, concise answers for the elected officials that are supposed to supply these answers for us, right? And the problem is, since we, the members, are outworking them, right? We're outworking them. And we actually have more answers than they do. But when we challenge them, they get in a huff. I'll give you an example. When you ask them a question, instead of being transparent and open, they're like, oh, how come you didn't talk to me on the side? Why don't you call me? No, we're here in the meeting. Let everybody get the answer. The
union hall was supposed to be to air out your laundry anyway. The statement was, "Do not do it in the depot in front of quote unquote management." There wasn't no management there. It was all union members, all bus operators there. And if you had some type of difference, you were supposed to speak.
Yeah, that's like being in the crew room when we talk about amongst ourselves. We talk about whatever has to be talked about. So it's even more so there in the union hall, where, like you said, it's just us. So there shouldn't be a problem with them telling you, talk to me on this side and not like that. You'll just air it out. Like you said, we're supposed to air everything out at the meeting.
Correct. And these meetings could get contentious. They could get hot because these are very trying times and important issues. Look at the numbers. The numbers are spiking higher than they were in the incipient stage of this. It's even that if the numbers are through the roof. The numbers are through the roof. These buses are packed, and nothing's being done.
Forget about the buses, the facility, the crew. Today,
bring up the numbers. We had what, November 30th? They did the first test, and we had what, 28? Was it 23?
No,
the first test. What about Gleason, Jackie Gleason, the depot?
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know the actual.
We don't know. We don't know. But I'm like I said, according to what was said at the meeting, Lou Morero is supposedly in charge of the contact tracing. Obviously, you don't want to put anybody's business out there. You know,
HIPAA law.
Correct. For privacy issues. But if you know, for instance, God forbid, I got it, I will call and say, I will.
Or even you work on the B11. Let's say you're on the B11 and you call them and you let them know that you got tested and you got it. Mm-hmm. So now I think in the crew, let's say I'm working the B11 around the same time, they should call me and look, operator, we had one of your coworkers on the same line you work around the same time that you're working, was infected with COVID. We suggest you stay home and go get tested before coming to work. Mm-hmm. Now they're not giving you the name. They're not telling me it's you. But this is how I feel that they should do all around to everyone. You know, if you came in contact with someone who's on this line within this time, go get tested. Instead, they're letting, let's say you want to be 11, I work to be 11. I'm coming in the next day to report to work, and I could have been in contact with you. Mm-hmm. So now it's a chance of me infecting more of our coworkers inside the depot. Yeah. So there's always the way of going around the HIPAA. Again, not giving all the information, but calling each one and every coworker that is on that line working with you and let them know, get tested.
You violate the HIPAA privacy law anyway.
Sure. It's unbelievable.
But it's also up to us operators to be forthright with that information as well. You know.
Yeah, there are some guys who feel like it's embarrassing. It's not. It's not embarrassing. It's not like you caught HIV or herpes or some shit like that. You know, it's something. Yeah, it's something that all of us can get. So I don't see, like, if I was to get it, I'll make sure that I tell everybody. I said, look, hey guys, I came down with COVID. Anybody that got near me, please go get tested.
You know why? Because let me see. 19 years ago, I remember Eddie was in the depot, and he stated how there's a lot of us had HIV and they needed the medication. And it was very expensive. He didn't violate the HIPAA privacy law. He didn't name any names or anything like that. Mm-hmm. He said, you should be concerned. These are your coworkers or whatever. You know, it was something with the healthcare where they were saying that single people were using less or whatever, and somebody else using more of the healthcare. And he said how the medication was very expensive, and there's a lot of people that was positive. And that was it. And the conversation.
Yeah, it's like it's not being taken as serious as it should.
No,
well, how you going to take it serious when you're not being professional? The level of professionalism is very low.
Zip.
Wow.
Very low, below low. I mean, come on.
I don't do business like that.
You go into the depot and they have all the freaking plastic everywhere. You want to go see the boss, make sure you got your mask on. But they don't push the issue for the public. because they know that we come in contact with all those people. There's a big chance that we're gonna bring it in, so they know there's a danger.
In the depot.
They know
not
it's a
pushing the issue in the depot. The crew room be loaded. People be talking in each other's face. When we went to go pull out today, there was a herd of people down there.
How was it today? Because I was out. I was sick this morning. I freaking went out to try to shovel something, and I wound up getting sick. So I called out sick today. So but I was thinking, was the crew filled? You said it was full of people.
The crew room be full of people sometimes.
No parlor bus.
Up there. I report 5 something in the morning. So that's breeze in, breeze out. How much traffic is there 5 something in the morning? It's not much. But if you go there at a given time, it's going to be crowded in there. Just like it was stated, there was too many people there. They took pictures. Why you shut it down? Listen, we're not doing business until you get the people downstairs on a bus where we can practice social distancing the proper way. If Cooper Loop and the other boss in there, lock, stock, and barrel, you got to make an appointment to get in there. There's two doors that's padlocked in there. Huh?
They don't want you walking there for no reason.
General population,
and supposedly we have an open door policy. Don't we have open door policy at the depot? It's open door policy.
That thing is locked. Can I help you? You got to go through one door and then you come out to the outside door.
Yeah. I remember when I first started, they told us, this is open door policy. Every door in this depot, you can go in and out through.
Management and other people doing the same shit. They don't give it. They really don't care about us.
See, that was the curtailment. That's what worries me.
You got to take the initiative and protect yourself. And as a leader, you leading up there, you see something, yo, shut it down. Shut it down. Yo, you need to fix this or whatever, or we're not having no operation.
That's our chair. People's chair is supposed to be jumping on this right away.
Well,
is it true?
I mean, it is right. And guys, Zara had called some operators in. What time you pull out? Oh, I gotta pull out in 2 minutes. Adios amigos. Yo, why you do that? Because you instructed your dispatchers to write them up, right? Then that's another violation. You know what? Go pull out. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
The proper way, not after the fact. This is why we have this team here, because a lot of people are dissatisfied, and we're coming with valid information, and they don't want to accept it, and saying that basically we make trouble because you've been like Alexander say, lackadaisical all this time or freewheeling. It's not about that. You accepted the responsibility of leading these members. You're supposed to make sure everyone is safe, right? That's just like if you ride with me, right, Rob? You ride with me or whatever. That's my responsibility to make sure that you're safe. I'll pick you up from a destination, drop you up at a destination. That's it, right? Mm-hmm. So what's the difference here? And you took an oath, and you don't respect it. And you don't respect what we're saying.
You know Alexander Kemp said that who holds them accountable? We're supposed to hold them accountable. Yes or no? It's us.
But listen to something very ironic. Out of all these COVID tricks that they have, these extra pieces of work, there's one in particular called crowd control, and I have yet to see anybody really take that particular task seriously. You understand? But this is what you get when the union is in bad. The union as a whole is in bad shape, and I can speak for our department, our division. Our division is in terrible shape, and we're holding them accountable. And like I said, we are a year away from rectifying this whole thing. But till we get to that particular point, we gotta get this right now. Like I said, we are still driving under these conditions, and every day, look at the numbers. The numbers are getting worse. The governor and the mayor are talking about a shutdown sometime next week. Nas mentioned it early on his he mentioned it on his swing gate yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday. All right. That's why I didn't want to. Like I
Thursday.
said, did he? He didn't check in yet, Niles?
No.
But guys, we were pretty much out of time.
All right.
I want to thank you guys for having joined. I mean, whatever more we got to say, we could always catch up next year when we come back.
All right. No.
I appreciate that you guys come, but we got an hour.
Yeah.
And I know with you guys, we could have a 4-hour show. I know it for a fact. We could have a 4-hour show. Maybe we'll do that next year. We'll do a come in and do a 2-hour.
Well, we're gonna
big start.
We're gonna need a big show in January, because as you and I spoke, and as Eric and I spoke,
say no more. Say no more.
We got a big show January.
Yes. So we're gonna come back next year, guys. Again, Mr. Springer, Mr. Martinez, thank you for having joined us today. No, we have a lot more to talk about, but definitely we'll get back together next year and catch up. We never put in the disclaimer.
We sure didn't.
Put in the disclaimer. But
Eric is slipping. Eric, you're slipping. Eric,
fell off. Forgot about that shit.
But you guys know what these guys here were saying. It's not necessarily our opinion.
Does it work? Does it work if you put the disclaimer after?
Listen, what the hell?
Hey, put it there. The views and opinions expressed on tonight's show are those of our guests and do not reflect the personal policy of Two Trends and Misfits or its affiliates.
I know it's late, but it's in there somewhere. I can edit it and put it in the front.
What us here as individuals like? Don't you like preventive maintenance for something that you're doing, right? So it doesn't happen, or take care of a situation, or run something with a routine, try to run it smoothly. This union, the top don't do it, and our department don't even have a clue about it. And that's bad. I don't operate my business like that.
So with that said, guys, we're going to end the show for tonight. Again, we wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever comes your way. Happy New Year. Two Drinks and Misfits will be back next year. I got to talk to my boy Blunt here because I have a little idea of something to come back, something different for the show. So I hope you guys join us. We will be posting so you know when we're coming back. Don't forget that Blunt has his podcast. We also might be posting things not as the show, but on our page, so you can keep tuned. Remember that we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're actually live on Twitter now as well, and Periscope. So, Blunt, any last words, guys? Any last words before we go?
Yeah, and see you next year, and let's try to be more positive and healthy, and work together.
Yes, sir. We have to. And I'm glad you guys are, showing some backbone. That the truth is, I wish that our union leadership would be showing.
Backbone isn't just issue to you.
Yeah.
You earn it. Character, integrity.
Yes, sir. Blunt, any last words?
Yeah, everybody. I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your loved ones, and don't take life for granted. Live up to the fullest. Love you guys.
You guys, we'll see you all next year.
You got it.
My wife's sleepwalking is getting out of control. Sometimes she wakes up in the bathroom or her ex-boyfriend's house. So we went to see a doctor, but for some reason the doctor refused to give us any advice. She was like, "I'm just the dentist, blah blah blah." So we did our own research online, and we learned the quality of sleep is really important, and not just about charging our phones. I decided we needed to monitor my wife while she sleepwalks to make sure she is safe. So we bought a couple of these Aquara night vision cameras and installed them all around the house, and I began observing her sleepwalks. I noticed a really creepy pattern. She would sleepwalk almost every night at 3 a.m., and her footpath every night was identical, covering almost the whole house. So one night, I woke up at 3 a.m. while she was sleepwalking. I was careful not to wake her up, and I gave her a broom.
Sorry.